أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh and welcome on Youth Matters with me, your host Sakina Habib. And I would like to wish you all a very happy Khushali Mubarak on the auspicious occasions of the holy month of Shaban. Of course, Shaban is such a blessed month with so many wiladats of some very high personalities or aimas and masumeens. So this calls for a celebration indeed, doesn't it? Now, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala intends good for a person, He places the love of Imam Hussein alayhi salam and the love of his ziyarat in his heart. And this is a hadith by Imam Jafar as-Sadiq alayhi salam in Wasail al-Shia. Before we carry on in today's program, I would like to mention a few virtues and benefits of the month of Shaban. Our scholars have reminded us to increase our acts of worship, such as repentance in this month of Shaban, as shown beautifully by the character of our Holy Prophet, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in hopes that we are able to maximize our acts of worship in the holy month of Ramadan. Now, Shaban is a month of high excellence and is dedicated to the leader of the prophets sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He used to keep fasts during this month and joined it with the month of Ramadan. So he used to say that Shaban is a month which is dedicated to me. So he used to say that Shahru Shaban Shahri. So whoever keeps one fast during my month will definitely go to heaven. Now, today's program is a very special one because we have a very special segment that we would like to show you all. Since we are celebrating so many Jashans in this holy month of Shaban, we thought that we would like to show you a live performance of the Anwar Jashan, meaning Jashan of Anwar Shaban, meaning celebrating the birthdays of all the holy personalities whose birthdays were in the holy month of Shaban. And to do that, we would like to invite our very humble team, Azadarani Hussein, who are joining us from Arusha, Tanzania, to enlighten today's program with their beautiful matlabat and qasida recitation. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept their efforts, inshallah. Before I would like to introduce them, I would like to present a small shairi. अली से पूछो कि अदालत किसे कहते हैं, अली से पूछो कि अदालत किसे कहते हैं, हुसैन से पूछो कि शहादत किसे कहते हैं. वो तो इजाजत नहीं थी इमाम हुसैन को जंग की मगर, वो तो इजाजत नहीं थी इमाम हुसैन को जंग की मगर, वरना अब्बास बता देते कि क़यामत किसे कहते हैं. सलावत. अल्लाहुम्मा सल्लि अला मुहम्मद व आली मुहम्मद व अज्जिल फरजहुम.
सकीना के बाबा हम पे रहम करे, करम करे, बुला लीजिए करबला मौला,
करीमे करबला मौला मौला, सुनो मेरी सदा मौला मौला, बुला लो करबला मौला मौला, करीमे करबला मौला मौला, सुनो मेरी सदा मौला मौला, बुला लो करबला मौला मौला. कसम अल्लाह की मौला तेरे दरबार है जन्नत, तेरी जन्नत में हो जाए मेरे मौला मेरी शिरकत. जहाँ इंसानियत सबके दिलों में अभी बाकी है, करूँ मैं भी वहाँ जाकर तेरे ज़वार की खिदमत. इजाजत हो अगर मौला मौला, करूँ पैदल सफर मौला मौला, नजफ से करबला मौला मौला, करीमे करबला मौला मौला, सुनो मेरी सदा کا. میری دل کی تمنا ہے کہ میں بھی کربلا دیکھوں. تیرے خادم پہ ہو جائے کرم تیرا گر مولا. ملے مجھ کو سکون مولا مولا. تیرا در چوم لوں مولا مولا. وہی دل ہے میرا مولا مولا. کریم کربلا مولا مولا. سنو میری صدا مولا مولا. بلا دو کربلا مولا مولا. وہ نور جس کو شہ مشرقین کہتے ہیں اسی کو نور خدا نورین کہتے ہیں. بکھر گیا جو وہی نور کائنات بنا. سمٹ گیا تو اسی کو حسین کہتے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. یہ ہماری قسمت ہے. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم نبی کے عاشق ہیں. ہم علی کے دیوانے. ہم نبی کے عاشق ہیں. ہم علی کے دیوانے. اور حسن سے نسبت ہے. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. یا علی کی مدحت ہے. یا حسین کا ماتم. یا علی کی مدحت ہے. یا حسین کا ماتم. ہر نفس عبادت ہے. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے ہیں. ہم حسین والے. السلام علیک یا رسول اللہ محمد وآل محمد. صلوات محمد. حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ. حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ. حسین بانٹ رہے ہیں نجات لے جاؤ. یہ کربلا ہے. یہ معجزے نما کی بستی ہے. یہ کربلا ہے. یہ معجزے نما کی بستی ہے. کفن میں اس کے لپیٹو حیات لے جاؤ. फरिश्तों कर वो बुलारा तो रात ले जाओ हुसैन बाज रहे हैं निजात ले जाओ हुसैन बाज रहे हैं निजात ले जाओ मोहम्मद व मोहम्मद सल्लल्लाहु
Thank you so much for that beautiful recitation. I would like to thank the team of Azadarane Hussein of Arusha. Thank you so much for your precious time and for joining us today and for that beautiful enlightening recitation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all your efforts. जिक्र सज्जाद ही सजदों को मजा देती है जिक्र सज्जाद ही सजदों को मजा देती है आदमियत को विलायत का पता देती है आदमियत को विलायत का पता देती है आदम आले मोहम्मद की करीमी को सलामी हो आदम आले मोहम्मद की करीमी को सलामी हो कि कैसा बीमार है दुनिया को शिफा देता है. So this is of course in the praise of Imam Sajjad alayhi salam. Now I would like to mention something very important about the holy month of Shaban. The great scholar Ayatollah Mirza Jawad Maliki Tabrizi in his book of Al-Muraqibat has said that this month is extremely valuable for the seekers of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One of the nights that could be the night of Qadr is in this month. That's right. So it's not just in the holy month of Ramadan, but it is also in this holy month of Shaban. And why is that? Because from the time that Adam came to earth, Allah promised all of his messengers that victory will be in the hands of the man who will be born in this night. And which is that night? That is the 15th of night. So any guesses? Yes, correct. It is the 15th of Shaban when the time of our Imam Mahdi Ajalallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif was born. And this was the night when we all wrote arizas and letters to the time of our Imam, congratulating him and wishing him and seeking for him. He will fill the earth with justice, inshallah, after it will be filled with oppression and cruelty. And in the shan of Imam Zamana, Ajallahu Ta'ala Farajahu Sharif, I would like to present a shairi. अपनी आवाज सुना दो तो कोई बात बने अपनी आवाज सुना दो तो कोई बात बने हमको काबे से आवाज दो तो कोई बात बने अपना दीदार करा दो तो कोई बात बने अपना दीदार बना दो तो कोई बात बने पर्दा गैबत हटा दो तो कोई बात बने पर्दा गैबत हटा दो तो कोई बात बने जुल्म जोर की बुनियाद हटा दो जुल्म जोर की बुनियाद हटा दो ए मेरे मौला अदलो इंसाफ का पैगाम सुना दो ए मेरे मौला अदलो इंसाफ का पैगाम सुना दो ए मेरे मौला आबाद तेरी यादों से हर सुबह हो शाम हो आबाद तेरी यादों से हर सुबह हो शाम हो पुरनम हो मेरी आंखें तेरी इंतजार में सलावत अल्लाहुम्मा सल्ली अला मुहम्मद व आलि मुहम्मद व अज्जिल फरज. As we continue to speak about the virtues of the holy month of Shaban, it has also been reported from our sixth Imam, Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salam, that on the commencement of this month, our fourth Imam, Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam, would gather his companions and address him and ask them that, "Oh my companions, do you know which month this is?" And they would say that it is the month of Shaban, about which the Holy Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say that it is dedicated to him. So keep fast during this month in the love of your holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's the message that Imam Zain al-Abidin alayhi salam was giving to his companions. And he said that to attain closeness to your Creator, by Allah, in whose hands is my soul, I have heard from my father, Imam Hussein ibn Ali alayhi salam, that he had heard from his father, the commander of the faithful alayhi salam, that whoever keeps fast during Shaban in the love of the Holy Prophet and to attain closeness to Allah will become a friend to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And on the day of judgment will be close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and will attain paradise. So the reason I'm mentioning to you these important ahadith is because I want to ask you this question. How many of you actually fasted during this month of Shaban? If you did, then well and good. And if you did not, or you could not for whatever reasons, then you still have a chance throughout this year to make a niyat and to fast, because as it is, it will be accepted and you will be rewarded, inshallah. There is, again, a very important point about this month, and that is to know that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that Shaban shahri, rahimallah man a'anani ala shahri. Do you know how beautiful this hadith is, and what does it actually mean? It means that the Prophet himself has said that this month is my month, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless those who help me in this month. Now, what are some of the ways of us being able to help the Prophet in this month? So as it is very obvious and evident. I already mentioned number one is by fasting. And I mentioned the virtues and benefits of fasting in the month of Shaban. Second thing is to recite du'as and supplication throughout this month. So you know that we have the du'a Shabaniya, Munajat Shabaniya. I hope that all of you recited that. And then, of course, it's by praising the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, praising the progeny of the Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam, the way they said that, Dhikr Ali is an act of worship. And that's exactly what we did today by playing the Jashan program today. We had a live Jashan program today, and we celebrated the wiladats of all the Masumins who were born in this holy month, right? So that was an act of worship. Now, as we are beginning to approach the holy month of Ramadan in a couple of days, inshallah, what are some of the preparations that all of you have done or are starting to look into? So I thought that I would today like to share some very few short, brief tips. Okay, there are just 5 of them so that you can keep them in mind. Okay, so that you are ready to welcome the holy month of Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving us another opportunity in our life to witness the month of Ramadan. So Ramadan is a great time of Allah's blessings and mercy on us. Think about those people who are not present with us this Ramadan and who passed away and probably were expecting that they would be present with us this Ramadan, and they're not. So consider yourself very lucky that you are going to be present in this Ramadan, and that what are some of the goals that you want to achieve in this Ramadan, seeking closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Every Muslim should take full advantage of this time. Now we should get ready now to welcome this month and receive it with happiness. So there are a few tips that I'm sharing with you, and you can list them down or keep account of it. Number 1 is to make a special dua. Pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that this month reaches you while you are in the best of health and safety, so that you can fast and do all your acts of devotion with ease and enthusiasm. Number 2 is thanks and happiness. That is very right. You should be very thankful and grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when this month arrives. Show that happiness. The companions of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to greet each other on the beginning of Ramadan. And the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, giving the good news of the month to his companions, that the month of Ramadan has come to you. It is a blessed month. Allah has made it obligatory on you to fast during this month. The gates of heaven are opened in this month, and the gates of hell are closed, and the devils are chained. In this month, there is a night that is better than 1,000 months. That is the Laylatul Qadr, the night of destiny. Whoever is deprived of its blessings is indeed deprived. So indeed, Ramadan is a very holy month, a very sacred month. We have to self-purify ourselves. The best thing is that the devil is chained in this month, so we can take full advantage. It's a bonus point for us, and we can do so much to attain the closeness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Point number 3 is planning and determination. This is a very important one because we all have our own schedules and commitments. You should make a good plan for the whole month about how you're going to organize your days and evenings during Ramadan. So plan special schedules for your work so that you can pray on time, and you can read the Quran and take your suhoor and also break your iftar. It is very important that you prioritize yourself and set a schedule and follow it. Have that sincere intention and determination to take full advantage of this time. Also have a full determination and commitment that you will not do any sin or anything wrong during this time. So make sincere repentance and seek the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, especially of those who might have offended. So the category of huquq an-nas applies here, meaning that do not hurt anybody, because these are the rights of the people, and it is very difficult to be forgiven on the day of judgment. So first, let us focus on that, and in this way, you can then benefit much more from your fasting and your prayers. And also scheduleize your routine and, attend the mosque and, attend events and everything that you need to do as long as you are within the circle of Islam. Point number 4 is learn about the rules of fasting, which is very important. Fiqh of fasting is quite crucial so that you do not do anything that will spoil your fasts. Fast is not spoiled only by eating and drinking during the fast, but also by speaking bad words and doing wrong things. So don't lie and don't gossip and don't backbite and don't use foul language. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has said that whosoever does not give up bad words and bad deeds, Allah has no need in that He leaves His food and His drink. And the last point, number 5, is my favorite, and that is charity, generosity, and kindness. So the month of Ramadan is the month of kindness, charity, and generosity. You can plan to invite your neighbors, your co-workers, your friends, your Muslims and non-Muslims to have iftar meals with you. And let your non-Muslim friends and neighbors know about this month and its blessings. So be more generous and help the poor and the needy. Plan to give your alms and charity at this time and help others as much as you can. We also hold interfaith iftars sometimes over here, and it's such a beautiful experience. It creates that diversity, and it brings people together and unites us. So that is a very unique feeling that you experience during this holy month of Ramadan, and the way we all gather at the mosque together. And I'm sure that this Ramadan is going to be so much better and so much special for everybody, since we don't have that COVID lockdown situation anymore. So we're going to be having those normal gatherings again. And that is what I'm personally myself looking so much forward to and excited. Now it is reported in a hadith as well that the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was the most generous person. But in Ramadan, he used to be more generous. When Jibreel used to meet him, Jibreel used to see him during Ramadan every night, and he used to read the Quran with him. And the Prophet was then more generous with goodness, just like the blowing wind. So you see how generous he was? That's how it's been compared. And please do a lot of Quran recitation in this holy month of Ramadan. It has so much benefits and rewards, and it's actually really beautiful. It gives so much peace if you just recite it like that. So, these are some of the tips that I wanted to share with you regarding Ramadan. I hope that right now we are prepared to welcome the holy month of Ramadan. And I'm sure that you benefited from today's episode because we also discussed the virtues and benefits of the holy month of Shaban. How important is Shaban? Of course, we know. But then, what were some of the acts that were expected from us to be done? And I hope that all of you were able to do it. Thank you for joining me on today's episode. I hope that this was beneficial. And I would, of course, like to once again thank our team who joined us from Arusha, Azadarane Hussein, who gave their time on today's episode and enlightened the Jashan program with their melodious recitation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase in your tawfiqat. And the program really was lively today because of your recitation. Inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and accept all your efforts. Inshallah, stay tuned for more upcoming episodes in the coming weeks. Inshallah, we'll be coming up with the Ramadan series. So I hope that all of you are looking forward to it. Do let me know if you are interested in any other topics of interest that you would like to explore. And inshallah, we can bring those forward then inshallah. Thank you. This is your host, Sakina Habib, signing off. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.